If you've been waiting for AI video generation to cross from experimental to actually production ready, and with a low cost, that moment just happened. Kling 3.0 just launched a true multi-shot storytelling with perfect character consistency, and a physics engine that finally makes fabric, hair, and water move realistically. It completely crushed every other AI video generator out there. This isn't just another small update. This is AI video generation that's finally ready for real professional work. The creators who learn this workflow right now are going to get leaps ahead while everyone else is still figuring out how to stop their characters from changing between shots. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it and why having everything in one platform means you're always working with the best tools. Alright, let's actually get into the platform and start creating. Now, if you're using Kling 3.0 on its own platform, you'd only have access to Kling's models and nothing else. But with Higgsfield, you're getting Kling 3.0 plus every other cutting-edge model in one place. If you want to follow along, I'll leave a link for Higgsfield in the description below. Head over to Higgsfield, and once you're logged in, you'll see the main dashboard. At the top navigation, click on Video, and that's going to take you to the video generation workspace. On the left side of your screen, you'll see the model selector. Click on that drop-down menu and select Kling 3.0 right here. For the duration, you can generate up to 15 seconds in a single generation. And for quality settings, you have 720p and 1080p. Select 1080p quality and set your duration to 10 seconds. For aspect ratio, I'm going to choose 16:9 since we're creating cinematic content, but you can choose anything that matches your project. Now we get to the prompt, and this is where Kling 3.0's new multi-shot capabilities come into play. Most people are going to write prompts the same way they did for older models, and they're going to miss out on the multi-shot features completely. The key is structuring your prompt to describe scene progression, not just a single static shot. You need to think like a director planning multiple camera setups for one scene. Here's what I'm typing. A confident young woman with flowing auburn hair in a cream silk blouse walks through a sunlit art gallery. Wide shot following from behind as she moves between sculptures. Cut to medium shot as she stops to admire a painting. Soft, golden hour light streaming through tall windows. Cut to close-up of her face. Genuine smile of appreciation. Shallow depth of field with gallery softly blurred behind her. Cinematic quality, professional color grading, smooth camera movements. I'm describing 3 distinct shots in one prompt. Kling's multi-shot capability understands these transitions and will create them as a full sequence. I'm also being specific about lighting because Kling 3.0 handles complex lighting scenarios beautifully now. Hit generate, and this is going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. The wide shot establishes the scene perfectly, and watch how smoothly it transitions from one shot to the next. The character looks identical across all angles. This is the kind of quality that surpasses every other video generator out there. However, we can take this even further. Instead of relying entirely on text to video, you can create your perfect starting frame first, then animate it with Kling 3.0. Go back to the main dashboard, and this time, click on Image in the top navigation. You're going to generate your starting frame using Nano Banana Pro, which is honestly one of the best models for photorealistic image generation. In the model selector, choose Nano Banana Pro. Set your aspect ratio to match what you want for your final video. I'm going with 16:9 again for that cinematic look. For quality, select 2K. This gives you a high-resolution starting point that Kling 3.0 can work with beautifully. Now for the prompt. Since this is going to be our first frame, you need to be incredibly specific about composition, lighting, and mood. This is different from video prompts because you're defining every visual element that will appear in your final animation. If this part is vague, you give up control later in the process. If you get the starting frame right, everything that follows is easier to guide and the final video looks noticeably better. Here's what I'm writing. A young woman with long honey blonde hair in a flowing emerald green dress stands on a misty clifftop at dawn. She faces away from camera, looking toward distant mountains. Dress fabric caught mid-movement by wind. Dramatic side lighting from rising sun creates rim light on her silhouette. Cinematic composition, shallow depth of field, atmospheric haze in valley below. Professional photography, 35mm lens f2.8. Hit generate, and within about 30 seconds, you'll have your image. The composition is exactly what I asked for. The lighting is dramatic and natural, and the depth of field creates that cinematic separation between the subject and background. With your image selected, you'll see an option at the bottom that says Animate. Click that, and it's going to take you back to the video generation workspace, but this time with your image already loaded as the starting frame. The model selector should automatically be on Kling 3.0 if that's what you used last, but if not, make sure you select it now. Your aspect ratio is locked to match your image, which is perfect. Now for the animation prompt. This is different from your image generation prompt because you're not describing what's in the frame anymore. You're describing motion, camera movement, and how elements should animate. I'm typing slow push in camera movement toward character. Dress fabric flows dramatically in wind, hair gently moving. She slowly turns her head to look over her shoulder toward the camera with serene expression. Mist in valley below shifts and moves naturally. Smooth cinematic motion, professional stabilization. This prompt is taking advantage of Kling 3.0's improved physics engine. The big upgrade is how it handles movement like gravity, air, and materials. The motion you see isn't random. The model understands how things are supposed to behave in the real world, which makes scenes feel more realistic. Set your duration to 10 seconds and quality to the highest, then hit generate. Alright, let's check out what we got. The camera push-in is smooth and cinematic. You can see the wind catching different parts of her dress's fabric at different times, exactly how silk would behave in real wind. The motion is overall natural and fluid. This is the kind of detail that makes your content look professional instead of obviously AI generated. Like I said, by the way, if you want to start creating content like this with Kling 3.0 and get access to all the other cutting-edge models on Higgsfield, I'll leave a link in the description below. One subscription gets you everything, and when new features drop for any of these models, you get instant access. That video we just created looks stunning, but you might have noticed that it also has an audio feature which we haven't tried yet. That's because Kling 3.0 has an upgraded audio generation feature. Previous Kling models also had basic audio, but it doesn't compare to this. Kling 3.0 completely rebuilt the audio system, and now it generates realistic sound that's actually synchronized with what's happening on screen. To test this to its limits, let's go back to the image generation workspace and create a starting frame. Click on Image at the top and make sure Nano Banana Pro is selected. Here's my prompt. A young street musician playing acoustic guitar on a cobblestone street corner in Paris. Golden hour lighting, vintage cafe in background, sheet music on a stand beside her. She's mid-performance, fingers on guitar strings, mouth slightly open as if singing. Cinematic street photography, shallow depth of field, warm tones. With older models, you'd either get no audio at all or just generic background noise that didn't match the scene. Oftentimes, to make a fully fledged video with sound, you'd need to use a different platform that specializes in audio generation. Once that image generates, take it to image to video with Kling 3.0. Now for the animation prompt, I'm going to be specific about both the visual movement and the audio I want. Street musician strums guitar and sings softly. Fingers move naturally across strings, gentle head movement as she performs. Passers-by walk in background. Audio includes acoustic guitar melody, soft female vocals, ambient street sounds, distant cafe chatter, warm evening atmosphere, natural performance energy. Notice how I describe the audio elements I want? Kling 3.0's native audio generation understands these descriptions and creates synchronized sound that matches the visual action. Toggle sound on, set it to 10 seconds and 1080p, then generate. You can hear the acoustic guitar playing, and it actually syncs with her hand movements on the strings. There's even soft vocals that match when her mouth moves. This is native audio generation working exactly as it should, and the physics of this scene remain completely realistic too. So we've seen the multi-shot consistency, the realistic physics, and the synchronized audio working individually. But what happens when you combine all of Kling 3.0's capabilities with Higgsfield's other exclusive tools in one workflow? That's when you start creating content that genuinely rivals professional studio productions. We're going to use Cinema Studio first to get the perfect cinematic look, then animate it with Kling 3.0. Go to the main dashboard and click on Cinema Studio. This is one of Higgsfield's exclusive features that lets you choose specific camera and lens combinations for that authentic film look. In Cinema Studio, I'm going to select the Arri Alexa with a 35mm prime lens. This combination gives you that beautiful cinematic depth and color science that high-end productions use. For the prompt, I'm writing this: a luxury sports car parked on an empty desert highway at sunset. Low angle shot emphasizing the car's sleek design. Dramatic sky with orange and purple clouds. Heat waves visible rising from the asphalt. Cinematic automotive photography. Generate that image and look at the results. The color grading, the depth, and the way the light interacts with the car's surface makes this look like it came from an actual car commercial shoot. Now take this to image to video with Kling 3.0. For the animation prompt, I'm going to write this: camera slowly orbits around the car, revealing its design from multiple angles. Heat waves shimmer in the foreground. Clouds move subtly in the sky. Car's metallic paint reflects the changing sunset light. Engine starts with a deep rumble. Exhaust visible. Cinematic automotive commercial aesthetic. I'm including audio cues here too because I want that engine sound. Set it to our usual settings, then generate. The camera movement is smooth and controlled with multiple angles that feel intentional. The physics add realistic details like subtle heat distortion and natural light reflections on the car's surface. The audio is clean and well-timed with an engine sound that matches the visuals. Overall, this level of quality is like nothing we've seen before from a video generator. You just saw how Cinema Studio adds that professional cinematic feeling that really separates high-quality content from obviously AI-generated videos. But Cinema Studio is just one of many unique features included in Higgsfield that you won't find in any other platform. If you want to start creating with Kling 3.0 and get access to all these exclusive features that take your content to the next level, click the link in the description below to sign up for Higgsfield. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.